Hi guys, I'm Sean. This is Alyssa. Gus is in our hearts. And this is Internet Rabbit Hole Daily. And we are back congratulating India once again on another victory. This time it doesn't involve outer space. It doesn't involve javelins or chess or anything like that. It involves cricket. That's right. The Men's World Cup. India has been victorious, and it's been so long since we've done a video related to cricket. So we thought this was the time to do it. And I think we might even do a couple here. One where we're going to take a look at some of the celebrations after this victory, and also get a little bit more information on sort of the history between India and Pakistan when it comes to cricket. So I thought I would start here with a little bit of an article just so that Alyssa and I mean, you guys already probably know all this stuff, but so that Alyssa and I can get our bearings, and then I thought we would take a look at some of that celebratory footage here. So this one's from the New York Times. Now, they don't always have the best news here, these guys. They're not always the most trustworthy, but I thought this worked really well. It says, 1 billion eyes on one of sport's fiercest rivalries, India versus Pakistan. The teams face off in Men's Cricket World Cup, which India won handily. And it was said it was shadowed, as always, by the stormy history between the two countries. Now, we know, of course, that there is a history between India and Pakistan, and we've looked into this before, but probably not so much as it relates to cricket. So this article is going to go into some of that.
Okay.
It says, it is one of the fiercest rivalries in sports, with hundreds of millions of people tuning in every time the two teams play, a viewership dwarfing that of the Super Bowl, which is, something that we Westerners need to be reminded of, because especially in North America, it's all about the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is the big sporting event, yet we forget that around the world, not so much. We got cricket. We got soccer, or football, as you guys would call it.
There's a world outside of football, which I don't even watch football.
And we were talking about American football, of course, yes. Yeah. And so it says here, but when India and Pakistan meet on the cricket field, the game is often overshadowed by the icy relations between the two neighbors, which have fought several wars against each other over the last 75 years. On Saturday, just yesterday, the two sides, or actually just today, it's Saturday still here in Canada. So this just happened. On Saturday, the two sides faced off in the Men's Cricket World Cup in India in a match that India's team won with a comfortable margin. The match, a league game at Narendra Modi Stadium, capacity 132,000 people, was sold out. Hotel prices in Ahmedabad, the site of the stadium, named for the vigorously nationalist Indian prime minister, were between 5 to 10 times higher than usual. Holy crap. So everybody wanted to attend the game, and so the prices for the hotels were 5 to 10 times
were they just racking them up because they could?
Yeah, I think so, because it was in demand, right? Well, that's the market for you, right? Now, I wanted to take just a moment, actually, because they're mentioning here 132,000 people in one stadium, which is just really outrageous to imagine. And so it's hard enough to imagine 132,000 people in one location, but how about 132,000 people all singing the Indian national anthem? That's right. Now, I've seen a few people saying that there was this kind of goosebumps inducing moment
they weren't all
here.
Singing. There was Pakistan fans there as well, so were they all singing the Indian?
Maybe not all of them, but there actually wasn't a whole lot of Pakistani fans, as I understand it. It talks about it a little bit later in the article, but let's take a moment here just to appreciate what it sounds like when you've got 1.3 lakh fans singing at once. Look at that! Beautiful.
Whoa. Oh my gosh.
That is outrageous. This is a really cool national anthem.
Yeah.
Very melodic.
Have we heard the anthem ever? I don't think we've ever heard it.
This is great.
I saw someone with a Dhoni jersey. MS Dhoni.
Yeah. Wow.
And they hold the flag, hey?
That's unreal. Can you imagine just...
Do they do that? They don't do that for football games.
The pride they must have felt in that moment. What's that, sorry?
They don't hold the whole big, huge flags for football games for the Super Bowl.
No, not that I'm aware of. Yeah. Wow.
Okay.
Jeez.
So that was, that video was courtesy of Hey Issue.
Jeez, well that was super cool. So to sort of continue on with the article here, it says it is the most hyped up game in cricket history. Wow, said Rari Jaffrey, a 30-year-old journalist and cricket enthusiast in the Pakistani port city of Karachi. By the way, sorry guys, I'm mispronouncing every single thing here, so you'll have to correct me in the comments, but I apologize.
I should be reading that.
I know you should.
Can I take a turn?
Yeah, sure. We live every ball, every run, and every moment. Well, I just wanted to finish the quote.
Oh, okay, sorry. Okay. But there were few Pakistani fans like Mr. Jaffrey among the large crowd, even though the stadium is closer to Karachi than it is to New Delhi.
Yeah.
It is hard for Pakistanis to get permission to visit India and Pakistani fans. Even those who had purchased tickets, were not issued visas for the World Cup.
So and I heard that the press was only issued them sort of like the day of or the night of or something. So
only a few Pakistani journalists received travel permission, which did not come until the eve of the match, leaving them scrambling to make it to Ahmedabad in time. Jeez, eh? The months leading up to the tournament, it was not even clear whether Pakistan's team would attend at all. India had refused to travel to Pakistan for another tournament late this summer, using its outside influence on cricket's international governing body. India is the biggest economic force in the sport to shift the matches to neutral venues in Sri Lanka. Pakistan, in return, warned that it might pull out of the World Cup in India, a threat it ultimately dropped.
Yeah.
So tensions were high here.
Yeah, geez. I didn't know all of this leading up to it, right?
Yeah. Cricketing ties between India and Pakistan have fluctuated along with relations between the two countries since Pakistan was carved out of India in the bloody British partition of 1947. At times, India-Pakistan games, which draw equal passion on both sides of the border, have been used to break the ice when tensions have run particularly high, providing an important space for exchange. That's
right. Yep.
When the two nations first met on a cricket field in the early 1950s, partition was clear in the team's makeup. Pakistan's squad included players who just years earlier had played for India.
Interesting. Wow. Yeah, of course, right?
For many years, relations were patched up enough in between wars that India and Pakistan even co-hosted the World Cup in 1987 and 1996.
Oh, wow.
Co-host, that's interesting.
Yeah.
The latest tensions largely date back to 2008 when Pakistani militants crossed into India on fishing boats and launched a gruesome terrorist attack in Mumbai, killing more than 160 people. Bilateral cricketing ties have remained largely suspended since, with Pakistani players barred from the lucrative Indian Premier League, which features the world's best players. So
they've been blocked from, was it the IPL?
From
basically?
Premier League, yeah. In the 15 years after the attack, the national teams have played each other only as part of larger global events. The match on Saturday will be Pakistan's first in India in 7 years.
Wow, no wonder this was such an anticipated game. Yep. Hey, 7 years. That's about it that it gave us just sort of a little bit more context there as to why this was such an anticipated game. And as I understand it, this isn't the first time that India has sort of bested Pakistan in this way. I think this is their 8th victory over Pakistan when it comes to the World Cup in cricket. And so I thought we would take a look here at some of the reactions after the game, because there's a few videos floating around here where they're kind of interviewing some of the folks afterwards. Now, actually, let's start with this one. Now, there was a couple of reporters from the West, from I believe Australia, Sky Sports, and they were just sort of leaving the arena and sharing their thoughts. It's only a couple minutes, but I was very curious to hear what like a Westerner might have to say here.
Okay.
So myself, Morgs and the crew have managed to make it out of the Modi Stadium, which wasn't straightforward given the amount of people that were in for India-Pakistan. We managed to sort of pick up some sort of police escort for a while, which wasn't actually for us, but it did help us a little bit. So anyway, he's off down the road. Your first experience of India-Pakistan, what do you think?
It certainly lived up to the hype when you talk about the atmosphere, the emotion, and the noise. It was deafening at times, and for a majority of the game that India dominated. The crowd was up. You know, a little bit of me would have liked to have seen more traveling Pakistani fans or even Pakistanis that live in India travel, but I totally understand how difficult it was both to get visas and to get hold of tickets, but I absolutely loved it. I'm thoroughly glad I got the opportunity to go
what an
and
experience.
watch. We were treated to an absolute exhibition from the Indian bowling lineup when they made the best of conditions, really, in circumstances that suited them to bowl first and then chase later on. The captain was absolutely exceptional, Rohit.
I feel bad for Pakistan fans, because it does make a difference. I think having that support. The team, like when everyone's kind of rooting against you in the crowd, it can be tough. It kind of pumps you up to have that support, and I don't know if it's because security reasons.
Yeah, that's the first thing that came to my mind is their security concerns, right? Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Sharma, the way he led on the field, and then with the bat in the run chase, India's still favourites in the tournament.
Sorry, a guy in the back that just doesn't give a shit.
Yeah,
like
he's just on his phone. Yeah.
My mind.
Our police escorters got stuck, but never mind, we'll move on. And Pakistan got stuck in that game. I mean, they're not out of the World Cup, they've lost one game, but it is to India, and the manner of the defeat is going to hurt them and their supporters for a few days to come.
I thought they had won the World Cup.
Is this a defeat that's difficult to take, and it will take a few days to get over it. But
this wasn't
that
the final.
sort of negative energy and defeat in the manner like that can actually galvanise a team. Back in 2021 in the T20 World Cup, if you remember, Australia's defeat to England in similar dramatic fashion actually galvanised them as a group, and they went on to lift the trophy. So Pakistan.
So Pakistan's not out.
Yeah,
this game.
I sort of thought that this was sort of the big game that maybe just
not
it
the
was
finals.
The big game because it was there was the history there. They hadn't played each other in so many years.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Okay, so I
think we've just kicked off the World Cup.
Yeah, I was under the impression that India had won the World Cup, but it looks like this is just one of those steps along the way. Okay, we're learning here.
They will need their leaders to stand up. They will need their big players to stand up in order to turn around their tournament and look towards the top 4 qualification.
Okay, so maybe just to round things out here, I thought we would take a look at some of those celebrations on the ground here. People seem to be, more than a little excited with this victory. So,
okay, it's called Watch Fans Happy with Rohit Sharma's performance.
So I guess that
India make it 8-0 versus Pakistan.
Okay, I didn't know it was like 8-0.
Let's take you across.
I feel bad for Pakistan.
And tell you what it feels like right now in Mumbai. You can see the energy here. I hope the same energy is there in Mumbai.
Those fireworks. Probably unofficial too. You just got some fans there in the parking lot,
delay.
like shooting off.
It's like the longest
Dipesh,
delay.
if you can hear me. Dipesh, he's joining us live from Mumbai. If you can hear me, what are the scenes like in Mumbai?
Got those golden microphones there. Ah, look at that guy!
Yes, sir, definitely. Today is a big day.
He's loving it.
Fan of cricket, and right now we are here in Mumbai's Heartstopper, where you can see the day is been celebrating like a festival, and this and only the victories are not. Is a cause
that
of
same woman twice, look.
The sheer domination of an Indian team in the World Cup.
She's stealing the show.
Oh, this guy.
One of the major cause of a celebration, and we're going to speak with them. Sir, आज इंडिया 8वीं बार जीती है वर्ल्ड कप में, क्या कहेंगे, कैसा लग रहा है?
ये तो हम लोग सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक करने में माहिर हैं.
Well, I guess this wasn't in English.
Yeah, we don't know it.
भारत माता की.
That's all right. I know some of the other ones were.
बहुत बढ़िया मनोज.
So let's maybe shift gears here to one of them that is reporting in English here for us. I love these gals here.
Yeah, I wanted to watch the celebration.
और उन्होंने जो परफॉर्मेंस दिखाया हर.
The energy here refuses to die. You've got something special.
Ah, he's got a conch.
Okay.
My debut match. Oh, that cute little kid.
I have a very special Watch out. I have a very special fan here. This young girl, this young girl is making her
wanna get in
debut.
there.
So it's her first match. So first cricket match is, how old is she?
2 years.
2 years की है और कितनी lucky साबित हुई है for India. In her first match, India has won and won convincingly. Now bring her for everything.
Now, what are her thoughts?
कन्विंसिंग विन था और ये लकी चार्म है इंडिया के लिए और बहुत अच्छा रहा।
क्या नाम है?
Very nice. So we get to see all. And that lady again, she's been in all the shots. Yeah, we like her a whole
She's
lot.
right up front.
तो बहुत डर था कि फर्स्ट टाइम हमें परेशान करेगी मैच में, लेकिन इसने इतना एंजॉय किया मैच को कि उसके साथ
Well, that's
Wait, this guy.
हमारे साथ उसने बहुत ज्यादा एंजॉय किया।
Oh, look at his stash.
स्पेक्टेकल मैच था।
Number 1.
Thank you,
Yeah.
thank
He's
you,
just
thank you,
doing
thank
it.
you, thank you. This is
Looks
a
like he
man that you see
practiced
across
for
this
this
guy.
moment.
तो अभी
Does he talk English?
यूके में देखा, ऑस्ट्रेलिया में देखा, अभी अहमदाबाद में
Probably
कैसा लगा?
not here.
बहुत बढ़िया लगा।
Oh, wait, look at that. He's got an LED thing
Ah,
on his
lady was
head.
back in it again.
These ladies are making it happen.
लेकिन मजा आया, सभी ने अच्छा खेला है।
Keeping that energy high, right?
Okay, what?
I love how they dance. Like in the West, when we win a hockey game or
We're bumping chests and high-fiving, but
We're
these
not,
guys
like,
got
dancing.
yeah, they've got it really down here.
the culture
geez,
is
well,
thriving.
Well, this is a lot of fun. You know, congratulations, India, on the victory here. We're gonna have to keep an eye, I think, on this whole Cricket World Cup thing as it moves forward here. And in fact, if you guys would really like us to,
I wanted to see if this one had more stuff. Oh, see, we didn't see the fireworks.
India!
They be partying for hours.
Yeah, I know. I hope we see that lady again, just like hanging out. But actually, I think she was
She
in
makes it
Mumbai,
in
and these
every
guys
shot.
are maybe in the city where the tournament happened.
That's mostly it. I
Yeah.
skimmed through here.
Cool. Well, yeah, they definitely know how to celebrate. And I
Yeah.
had actually seen a couple of videos too around the Pakistani response, which obviously they weren't too happy. Unfortunately, all of those didn't have subtitles and didn't have any way of understanding the conversation. It seems like perhaps maybe a couple of overzealous Indian fans may have even been trolling some of the Pakistani fans.
What?
I think in good spirit, just kind of. But anyways,
trying to rub it in.
Maybe a little bit. I don't know. Maybe I'm
It's
wrong, and
already
you guys can
enough,
let
I
me
think,
know.
that they lost.
Yeah.
And they're not even in their home country. They're in... And they have all those thousands of fans. And they're like, partying, like,
yeah. They're
"Woo!"
good. Yeah, it's
They don't need any more reminders
So-
that they lost.
yeah. So they thrashed Pakistan by 7 wickets. Okay, Rohit Sharma. So that must be the captain of the team that everyone's talking about
Yeah.
there. And now I know that there were, of course, some highlight reels from the game, and I don't know if we're gonna have a chance to check that out or not with you guys. But if you'd like us to, we're thinking about filming that one next. And if you'd like to see something like that, maybe let us know down there in the
Click
comments.
the subscribe button, click the bell, choose all from the drop downs to get updated every time we upload. If you enjoyed this video, please click that thumbs up. Comment down below. Love you guys.
We love you a whole lot. This is Internet Rabbit Hole Daily RH.
Sign
Sign
up.
off.
Bye.
Bye, guys.